Okay, good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Removing That Liberal Blindfold for this Tuesday, the 5th day of February in the year of our Lord 2019. From PJ Media comes this one, folks, and this one's all about removing the liberal blindfold. It's been 2 weeks since 99% of the lamestream lying media attacked a teenager in a MAGA hat for smiling at a Native American man banging a drum in his face on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. And it's been slightly less than 2 weeks since it was conclusively proven that 99% of the mainstream media screwed up. That kid, Nick Sandman, didn't do anything wrong. On the contrary, he was the only one in the immediate vicinity who was acting like an adult. Something that the media doesn't like anymore, apparently. Some of our moral, ethical, and intellectual betters in the press went so far as to threaten to punch Sandman and to get him expelled from his Catholic school in Kentucky. They didn't accomplish either of these goals, but they succeeded in getting that school shut down due to hundreds of death threats, which should go against the media for one thing. It was another stunning victory for the #resistance, which is how most of the media self-identifies itself now. They saw the red hat of evil, and all they needed to know, that was all they needed to know. If you wear that hat, it's considered an enemy uniform, and it makes you a legitimate target, even if you're just a teenager who is standing stock still and doing literally nothing. A few of these self-described journalists have done the right thing and apologized for their rush to judgment. A few of them have doubled down and still insist they're right, all evidence to the contrary. Some of them have since lost their jobs in the latest round of journalism layoffs, which is a real shame. But most of them have just moved on to the next manufactured outage du jour. They disgraced themselves, but that was dozens of news cycles ago. Why dwell on it? Why dwell on it? In the meantime, Nick Sandman has been smeared with an ugly lie that will follow him around the rest of his life. Where does he go to get his reputation back? As Deborah Hine notes, attorney L. Lynn Wood, who is representing Sandman, has put together a 14-minute video that shows the truth about what happened that day. It contrasts the false claims of Nathan Phillips, the Native American activist who started this whole thing against the reality. Wood writes, 2 weeks ago, the mainstream media, politicians, church officials, commentators, and celebrities rushed to judgment to wrongfully condemn, threaten, disparage, and vilify Nick Sandman, based solely on a few seconds of an out-of-context video clip. It only takes 15 minutes to learn the truth, 15 minutes to watch the whole thing. That is the length of the video, folks, and it would behoove anyone who wants to blame this kid to watch it so they know the boy isn't to blame here. As you can see, anything Nathan Phillips said about the incident was a lie. Those kids weren't threatening anyone. They were blocking Phillips' path. They didn't chant, "build the wall," or say anything racist. The aggressors were the black Hebrew Israelites who were screaming at Native Americans, gays, whites, women, black, and anyone else who crossed their path. They're the only bigots in this story. That and the media. There were comments that were said by each of these groups, but I won't stoop that low to say them here. If you're a member of the media and therefore a Democrat, that simply can't be true. Those guys bellowing hate at complete strangers are victims because they're black. Nathan Phillips is a victim no matter what he does or says because he's Native American. These kids are the bad guys no matter what they say or do because they are white. It is a cliche by now to say this is why Trump won, but it's true. People are tired of identity politics and they voted against it in 2016. Now lefties have become so deranged by identity politics that they're going after the children. They are, after all, alienating everyone but people who think just like them. If you're a Democrat and you want to know why I won't join you, watch that video again. The whole thing, not just the part the lying lamestream media loves to show that is out there to see. I hope Nick Sandmann gets justice. The people who did this to him need to answer for it. They're evil. There's no other way to say it. They've descended into evil, and their hatred has curdled into something sick and ugly, and they really don't care. Nobody can make them suddenly start caring about the truth. And hello, Joan. Good to see you here. Nobody can make them suddenly start caring about the truth, but they damn well need to pay for lying. Right now, there are no consequences for these lies, but those lies are destroying lives. There has to be a consequence for that now, don't you think? Thank you, Joan and Charlene, for being here. Glad to see you both. And we are here to push the facts that the liberal lying lamestream media leaves out. Facts that change the story from what is right to what the left wants, which is never right anymore. Truth, justice, and the American way are the continuing casualties of everything the left stands for, and the American people need to learn that. God bless America, God bless our troops, and as always, we will not be ruled. Have a safe and blessed day.